Hello and welcome to day 24 or lesson 24 of our SQL Made Simple series. And this is just a quick reminder, if you've been following the series up until this point and you've not subscribed, kindly do so. And we will be using our SQL SubqueryDB from bit.ly SQL Made Simple. We will be looking at where with the in when it comes to subqueries. And I'll do the best I can to break it down to you like a grade 6 student. So we have a big idea, which is you have a class list, which is your outer query, and you ask the librarian for a list of students who borrowed books, which is your subquery. Now you keep only the students whose names are in the librarian's list. That's in. So in we say checks membership in a list. And with a subquery, SQL builds the list for you. So let's take a look at the syntax pattern. So you first of all select a column from some table you are dealing with, where some column in another table you are also dealing with, but you select one column from that table, then where can be an optional filter. And this will make sense when we get into our Express server to work on some practical examples. Okay, so if it doesn't make any sense to you now, don't worry about it. I will bring it down to your level. So the subquery must return one column, which is the list, and duplicates in subquery are fine. So the in treats it like a set, which is a membership test. Okay, so now let's get into it. So I'm going to switch to my server. Now we can work on some real examples. Okay, so we are to select customers with at least one complete order. Let me connect my Object Explorer. Okay, so that we take a look at our database. So we want customers with at least one completed order. So you have our customers table and our orders table. So I believe these are the two tables we need to use. So let's take a quick peek into our table. So select customers. I'll select all, be selecting all the column just to see what's in there from customers. Okay, then we're going to select all from orders. Okay, I'm going to run it. So this is our customers table and this is our orders table. And if you look at the tables, we have customer ID and customer ID in both tables. So that is where we're going to build our query on. Okay. And we want customers with at least one completed order. So we want all the customers that have completed their orders. Okay. And if you want to get that query from our orders table, so we say customers with completed order. So this is what I want answered. So we say select. So what are we selecting? We are selecting the common field here, which is our customer ID. Okay. Customer ID from our orders table. Okay. Where then if you look at the orders table, we have status. So where our status should be equal to completed, like that. So this is what we need at this moment. So let's see how best we can marry that. So we want customers with at least one completed order. So we're going back to the general question. So if we want customers with at least one completed order, then I can select the customer ID, I can select the customer name, and I can select the country. Okay. So I want to use the customers table. Okay. And then I want to select customer ID, customer name, and the country. Okay. From customers. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So what is the common field here? Customer ID in. So now we only need to copy this in, then we paste it. So we select customer ID from orders where the status is completed. Then I'll close it, and that should solve the problem. Now let's execute. Boom. There you go. So customers with what? Completed orders. Alice, Charlie, Evelyn, Grace, and Henry. So we are progressing in terms of level of difficulty. Okay. So this is the first bit, and I believe you got that. Now, let's move to orders placed by USA customers. Okay, orders placed by USA customers. We are going to use the same principle. So looking at orders and customers. So select all from orders. Okay, then select all from customers. So now let's execute. So what's the common field here? Customer ID. And we want the orders placed by US customers. So we have the customer ID, then we have what? The USA from the customers table. So let's say orders placed by USA customers. And the common field here is customer ID. So what I'll do is select customer ID from the customers table. Customers, okay, where the country is USA. So country is equal to USA because I'm going to use this inside the bigger query. So now we have this. So if you've been able to do this, you are almost through. Okay, now let's come to the bigger picture. So we are selecting the orders placed by USA. So from the orders table, we want to select the order ID. I want to select the customer ID. Okay. I want the order date. I want the order amount. And I want the status. All from this. Then I'll say where. So what the common field? So the common field is customer ID. So customer ID in, then I'll come for this and paste it here. in this USA, then I'll just end my code. Easy peasy. Now you go all the way down. There you have it. So these are customers that have placed orders by USA customers, okay, from USA. So completed, pending, completed, completed. And these are the customer ID 1271. So customer one is Alice, 7 is Grace, and Alice again. Then 2 is Bob. So 1271. Perfect. And I believe you're enjoying this. Okay, let's make it a little bit more difficult and see if we can go through this. This is a bit challenging, but I'll try my best to break it down for you. So we are looking at customers who bought electronics. Customers who bought electronics. And electronics would definitely be in the products table, and we definitely need the customers. You also need the order and the order details. So we are dealing with 4 tables, and this is where aliasing comes in, just as we did with the left join as this, left join as this, left join as that. So we're going to do the same thing here without joining the tables. Okay, so that's subqueries for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's select star from, I'm looking at the customers first. Okay, then select star from, look at the orders table, then select star from order details, then finally select star from product. Okay, product. Now let's look at the table and look at the relationship if there is a common field for all the tables. Execute. So we have the customers table, we have customer ID, and we have another customer ID for the orders table. So customers and orders can be linked with the customer ID. Then when it comes to the order details, we have order ID, product ID. And when it comes to the products table, we have product ID. So product ID and product ID within the order details can also be linked. Then we can link the order ID to the order ID for the orders table. Then from the orders table, we can link the customer ID to the customer ID field. So we're going to build it step by step. And we want customers who bought electronics. So we want distinct or unique values. And this is how we're going to do it. So if you look at our customers, you have customer ID, customer name, country. So this is what I would need. So we're building it from here. So from the customers as C, because we're dealing with about 4 tables, as C, and I'm going to select the customer ID. So C dot customer ID. Okay. Then I'll select C dot customer name. Then C dot country. So that's my first step. Okay. Then I'll come where. So the customer ID, which is C dot customer ID, in, okay, and see the customer ID in, so we can link this to the orders table, okay? We can link it to the orders table. So in, then I'll select, then let me do the from orders, okay? So I'll say orders as what? Oh, so from the orders as I'm selecting the what? Customer ID, because that's what I need to link that to. So O dot customer ID. Does that make sense? Okay. Then we say where, then we are looking at the order ID, then we link the order ID to the order detail. Okay. So where O dot order ID in, we come again, we select, okay, from, so we're looking the order ID from the orders table to the order details. So from order details as OD. So select OD dot, you're looking at order ID. So order ID. Okay. Then we come and do our where. Now let's see how we can link this to the product ID. So we have product ID and product ID within the order details. So where OD, okay, which is the product ID from the order details, okay, in, now we select from our product table as P. So from our product table, we have select P dot product ID. Good. We are almost done. Where, because you're looking for the product. So product, which is P dot category, because you're looking at the category who bought electronics. So P dot category should be electronics. Okay. Now we close. Let me see. How many do I need? Okay, I've gotten to the last bit. Then I'll close it like that. So you see how we build our query. Now let's run this. Good. So we can see from here that Alice, USA, Bob, USA, Frank, Canada, and Grace, USA purchased electronics. Okay. So customers who bought electronics. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4 tables, and see how we build the subquery by using aliases. Great. I know it's a bit challenging. Now let's look at a more difficult one where we look at furniture product ordered by UK customers. So we're going to apply that same principle. Okay. So we are looking at the product first. So select star all. I want to see the product. And it is ordered by what? UK customers. So I also want to say, from product. I also want to see from order details. Then select star from orders. So I would want to see the orders. Then I select star from customers. Yeah, customers. Good. So we're going to apply that same principle. So furniture products ordered by UK customers. So we're looking at the product and the relationship between order details, orders, and customers. So we just need to find a way to pull that information. So I'm going to execute. So you have product ID within the product table, and there exists a common field, which is the product ID. So we can link these two. Then if you look at this, we have order ID, and order ID can also be linked from the orders table to the order details. Then we can also look at the customer ID, which from the customers, we can link it to the orders table where we have a customer ID field. So that makes it simple for us, isn't it? Okay. And we want to select distinct values. Distinct values. We did not do that here, which is fine. Alice Grace. Okay, that's fine. So we use distinct values here. So we first of all selecting from, okay, the product as P. Okay. So if you look at the product table, what do we need? We need a product ID, product name, category. Then probably maybe you can add a price if you want to. So select so we need to alias it as P, which I have done. So select P dot product ID, P dot product name, and P dot category. So product ID, product name, category from product as P. Okay. Then within our where clause, where, so our P dot product, so P dot product ID in, now we need to write select from, so P dot product ID in, so we are looking at the order details. So from order details as, we're selecting from the order details as OD. So let's select the common field. So we have product ID, product ID. So select OD dot product ID because P product ID, OD dot product ID. Does that make sense? So from orders details as OD. That's it. Then we'll do another where, okay, where the OD dot order ID is in, so come to order ID, which should be in the orders table, okay, is saying, then I'll do select from orders table as O. So if you look at the orders table as O, we have order ID. So O dot order ID. Okay, well done. Then where, so when it comes to the order ID, we do have customer ID, which can also be linked to the customers. Okay, so where from the orders table, you have the customer ID in, okay, the customer ID in, then we select from. So let me tab this. So we select from, we are dealing with the customers table as C. So the customer ID is C dot customer ID. Okay, gotcha. Now, where the country, so C dot country is equal to UK. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Now let's run it. We are looking for furniture product ordered by UK customers. So this will give us the list of customers for UK. Okay, boom. So what do we get? So furniture, stationery, but we only want furniture product. So this is where we add the end condition and the product we named it as P, right? So say P dot category from our product table. So there's our product table. P dot category should be equal to furniture. That's it. Now we can conveniently end our code, hit it, and there you have it. We only have what? Desk. So this is how you build your queries. And I believe I wasn't too fast. If I was, just go back, play it back, follow through, try to understand it. Don't force it, just understand it and just go with the flow. Okay. Then we're also looking at the last one, which is customers with any order above the average order amount. Okay, customers, and we are dealing with orders, correct? So let's select to see what's in there. Select star from customers, select star from orders. Now let's run. Okay, so we've got our customers, customer ID. So this is what we use to link them. Just two tables. So that should be an easy pick. But we have an aggregate function in there. So let's see how we can, go around this. Okay. So we're going to select one of the customers. Okay, from customers. That's it. And what are we selecting from the customers? We want the customer ID, customer name, and I want the country. Okay, so I have this. Then I'll do my where clause. Okay, then we also have customer ID in here. So where our customer ID in, now let's select, then let's do the from. We are looking at the orders. So within the orders, we do have customer ID within the orders table. So select customer ID from orders. Okay, where I'm looking at the order amount. So we are looking at the customers with any order above the average order amount. So where our order amount is greater than, okay, now we need to select our average order amount from our orders. So now we close it, we close the second, then that's it. Now let's see what's going to happen here. Execute. So we have Bob, Evelyn, Frank, Grace. So if I want to know the average order, select AVG, order amount from the orders table. Then we run this. We can clearly see that the average is 155.55. So which means Evelyn, Frank, Grace, Bob had their orders being greater than the average. Okay, so that's how it works. So if you've stayed up to this point, please, and you've enjoyed the lesson, hit the subscribe button, like, and share. So you need to check your understanding, choose the right tool. So one target value from subquery that is equal to, that is what you use. And if you're looking at many possible values, you use the in. Then if you need to prove existence row by row, we use the exist, which is coming soon. Okay, so well done and keep practicing. So this is a do-it-yourself. So I will need you to find the customers who have ever placed a pending order, product ordered by USA customers, names only, no duplicates, okay? And orders placed by Canadian customers during July 2023, and customers who bought stationery, which is the customer name plus the country. So I want you to sit down, do this yourself, and if you're able to find the answer, congratulate yourself. Yep. And for a stretch, customers who place completed orders above the average order amount. Well done, well done, well done. And I'll need you to keep practicing. Okay, so today you learned to let SQL build the list for you and then check membership with the in. So this saves time, reduces hard coding, and keeps queries adaptable as data changes. The habit to build now, which is think in list and ask what list do I need a subquery to produce? You are doing great. Tomorrow we will push further into combined conditions with subqueries in where. So day 25, so you can handle realistic multi-criteria filters with confidence. Blessings, and don't forget to subscribe.